Welcome back to Melbourne Underground, the show that brings you the local and latest independent musical talent around Melbourne. I'm Imogen.
And I'm Dylan. Today we'll be taking you on a ride to one of Melbourne's oldest suburbs, Dandenong, and explore its untapped musical scene as well as two other musical hotspots.
And to spice things up, we'll be jumping over to the radio scene, taking a look at the independent broadcasts around Melbourne. Let's get underground.
Thanks guys for tuning in. We're so glad you're here with us celebrating the independent music scene within Melbourne.
The response so far this season has been phenomenal. People all over Melbourne have been very active on our social media, looking at the amazing performances and stories we have covered so far.
Now we're visiting Melbourne's developing second city, Dandenong. It's becoming a growing hub for entertainment with a proposal for a new 20,000 seat stadium, a multitude of theatres and underground hotspots for musicians to explore their talents. Let's take a look. Today we arrive at Dandenong Station, a multicultural hub. There are many events and musical spots that make up the suburb. The first place we're visiting today, Dandenong Harbour Arcade, to visit Radical Records. That opened up in November 1988 and feature Victoria's largest range of metal and hard rock. They stock a large range of movies, music, shirts, posters, and even if you can't find what you're looking for, they'll take up many mail orders for that elusive album you're looking for, and don't overcharge on postage, which is always a plus. Radical Records provides a real old school alternative vibe compared to many contemporary stores out there today. Next up, we're heading over to Sound Machine Studios, providing the latest in cutting-edge recording equipment and studio space. The studio caters to all aspects of the recording process, from pre to post-production. It's architecturally designed to represent accurate sound through recording. Studio ZX is a perfect creative space to record, mix, cut and master your music. Our final stop today is the Band Booth. Band Booth is a top-line recording studio that also acts as a live venue for many young up-and-coming artists. So could you tell us a little bit about the place and what you actually do here?
Okay, so this is the Band Booth, and we sort of started doing rehearsals. So we've got 5 rehearsal studios, a live stage, we do tuition, and then in the last couple of years we've put a recording studio in. So now we're doing recording as well. And we also host venue hire for functions and stuff. So a bit of everything really. Being Dandenong, there's a lot of. It's very different from, I guess, the country in that where I'm from. It's very multicultural. So we get Indian bands, Sri Lankan bands. Then we'll get heavy metal bands, a lot of cover bands. So it's very diverse here. I wouldn't say there's any specific scene or anything, it's just a bit of everything, which is really cool. We do a lot with the underground scene in Dandenong, the metal scene, and the underage kids do a lot of shows here, so I'd love to see some more shows happening on the stage.
So do they just happen at night times, on weekends? Or?
Yeah, usually just underage gigs happen on the weekends, and they'll have a lineup of about 6 bands and just come in here and enjoy having the place to themselves. I just sort of let them do their thing and they do a live show and it's great. And I'd love to get some more genres of music in here and really get another live scene in Dandenong, really.
Well, it sounds pretty special what you've done with the place, and I'm sure it's only going to be upwards from here. So thank you for joining us here.
No worries, thank you.
Cheers. Dandenong is definitely a place to check out for more diverse entertainment and artistry. To visit Dandenong, you can catch all the trains on the Pakenham or Cranbourne line. Each week on Melbourne Underground, we love having local artists come by in the studio, and this week we have the amazing TANYA GEORGE. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Now, do you reckon you could start off by telling us a bit how you started in the Melbourne industry?
Yeah, gosh, I have to go way back. I started in the Australian Girls Choir when I first started singing, and then I started writing songs at like 12, and I grew out of the choir and all that kind of stuff, and I just started playing professionally at about 15.
Wow.
Yeah, but I started busking. I remember busking at Caulfield Station after the races was on, because all the intoxicated people would chuck all their money in. So, yeah, I really started through busking, and and from there it just kind of kept moving.
So, would you have any advice for other up-and-coming artists?
Ooh, yeah, definitely. I think the main thing is to do music for you, you know, never try to be anything bigger or better, or, you know, forget about perfection and all these kind of unnecessary things, and just build a community around you.
It certainly sounds like you've had a fair few highlights so far on the journey. Could you find one that sticks out?
Yeah, I think it was when, I mean, there's so many things, but there was when I first released my first single. It was called The Will, and I got someone reached out to me and said, it has nothing to do with your song, but we lost our nephew whose name was Will, and you brought out a song called The Will on the anniversary of his passing, and it just feels like a really weird connection, and we just, I want to thank you. And it kind of just, those moments click in where it's like, well, it doesn't matter if just one person listens to your song. If it touches them, you've done your job. Yeah.
Now you're actually going to give us a live performance. Could you tell us a bit about the performance and what it means to you?
Yeah. This song is, I'm going to do a bit of an alteration to this tune. It's kind of came out to be about, it's just like that feeling about when everyone comes down to a festival, and you can kind of have that feeling of everyone running down like to a stage. So it's called Woodland, and yeah, it's very basic. It's just basically about like, come follow me down to the woodland, like come follow me to have some fun. So
where can we find more information on you?
You can find more info at www.tanyageorgemusic.com.au, or jump on my Instagram, my Facebook, Tanya George Music, and you'll find anything on there too. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
So before we head to the stage for a performance, we're going to take a look at radio broadcasting in Melbourne. Hey guys, today we're looking at radio stations, and I'm here in Heidelberg to check out Inner 96.5 FM, who broadcast community shows. Let's go take a look. 96.5 Inner FM, located at Warrigal Shopping Centre in Heidelberg, commenced full-time broadcasting in December 1990. The operation of this station runs on the help of many volunteers 7 days a week.
My name is Greg King. I'm actually the president of the station, 96.5 Inner FM. I'm also a presenter. I'm mainly on breakfast programs because I like a lot of noise. 96.5 Inner FM is a community radio station. It's been going, we first went to air with a full-time licence in 1990. And fair way back. We broadcast through the cities of Manningham, Darebin and Banyule. We have a fairly strong listening audience in this area.
Imogen and I were lucky enough to get a featured interview live on the show.
We're up in arms going, what is going on? To the Kokoda track.
That's it.
We estimate somewhere between 5,000 and 8,000 listeners at any program.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
That's right. We have jazz, we have light music, we have arts and theatre, we have a range of music. I'm personally, I play a lot of loud and noisy stuff, like a lot of rock and pop. The great thing about community radio is you've got to play 25% Australian music, and we work very hard with amongst the presenters to make sure that figure is well and truly exceeded. I love being on air. I would have loved to have been on stage. I would have loved to have been a musician, but I worked for years, in my own business. So when I had an opportunity to get on community radio, which is about 6 years ago, I jumped at the chance. So I'm involved in Rotary, and it started off with a Rotary in Action program, which, by the way, that program on a Tuesday afternoon is at 3 o'clock. It's the world's longest running 1 hour dedicated Rotary program.
Wow.
And that's been endorsed by Rotary International, so I'm happy to say that. That's very exciting. But so I got involved in music. We're a very small and probably a true example of what a community radio station should be like.
With the passion's there.
With the passion, that's right. And we try to be as professional as we can be, and for a whole group of amateurs. As I said, everything you see on in my program, I've produced and all that sort of stuff. So it's not just talking on the microphone, it's very much being involved in all the other aspects.
And Sarah on the block is a bit of a psycho. Yeah, she is.
All I want to say to people who listen to 96.5 Inner FM, let us know. Give us a call, 9457 1718. Great to be on a new program. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye for now.
With streaming services and digital downloads making music more accessible for listeners, it is still vital to support your local radio station, as that can be a worthy avenue for upcoming artists in Melbourne today.
We're continuing to storm through Melbourne's underground music scene, so make sure you catch up on any of the previous episodes you may have missed by checking out our social media pages, where you can find all the content from Melbourne Underground.
To wrap up today's episode, we head to the stage for a performance by the wonderful TANYA GEORGE. We'll see you next week, underground.
Oh, follow me down in the water where the blossoms grow. Come follow me down in the woodland where our people go. They say, come follow me, come follow me, come follow me, come follow me to find what you need. Oh, take me down to the woodland. Take me down to the woodland. No, no, no. Take me down to the woodland. Take me further than where I should be. Take me down to the woodland. Oh, fly, come and fly with me. Oh, fly to another destination, better than here, better than here. Then I call upon thee from the highest universe, and I say, come follow me, come follow me, come follow me, come follow me to find what you need. Whoa, take me down to the woodland. Take me down to the woodland. Oh, no, no, no. Take me down to the woodland. Take me further than where I should be. Take me down to the woodland. No, 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 yeah. Come follow me, 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 come follow me. Come follow me, 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 come follow me. Find what you need. Oh, take me down to the woodland. Take me down to the woodland. Take me down to the woodland. Take me further than where I should be. Take me down to the woodland. No, 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 no. Yeah. Come follow me, follow me. Come follow me, follow me. Come follow me, follow me, follow me.
Enjoyed this video? Make sure you follow our channel or check out our social media by following the links. Thanks guys.